panic.
Oh, hello! Just kidding. That's not 30 seconds. That's like 2 seconds. Definitely nailed that. Hi, everyone.
We're never going to get the
How
intro
are
to
you
this
doing?
right, by the way.
Never.
Nope. I feel like
Hello.
that's on Brad, though. That's fine. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Encounter Roleplay, and hello to all of you watching live right now on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to join us live for this show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the live show. Today we are playing Tales from the Loop. This is Little Buster's episode, insert number here, probably 6 or 7. We're going to take a quick moment and introduce everybody because we have somebody super special joining us tonight. And I'm like super excited. Like I can't even contain myself. I don't know. Do you want to kick us off? And I'm going to throw the question that y'all decided that we were going to talk about tonight. So I hope you prepped for it. I would like everybody to say who they are. Excuse me. Who they are, who you're playing, your character's pronouns, and what you're playing. And what is a hobby from the 1980s that you or your character enjoys? Good luck with that. Have fun. We're going to start. I don't want to throw our wonderful Janaya under the bus. So we will go ahead and Natalie, why don't you kick us off? We'll swing that way.
No, it starts here.
It started with me last week.
It's true because I wasn't there.
It never
Don't
starts
say
with
to
me.
me that.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I play Darcy, she, her, who is a weirdo, but currently dressed up as Ritter. Because why not?
Why not, dude?
It's great. Because I totally had that. Like, this is just, I was like, oh yeah, I totally have these items. I'll just grab them out of my closet and go.
Nice.
It's great. I'm actually really sad. I have a rainbow bandana somewhere, but I can't find it. So it's lost somewhere. Because originally it was going to be that one. But next time I dress up as Ritter. We'll go with that. As per usual,
next week.
Right? As per usual, this whole whatever it is has thrown me, and I'm like, oh god, what hobbies, what on earth does Darcy and or Natalie like from? So I've like literally just pulled up this thing that is hobbies from the 80s, but all that's showing up is a freaking Rubik's Cube, and I'm not certain if that is exactly what Darcy would be into. So she would probably think it's weird and then try to draw it as a ghost, which would be weird. Rubik's Cube ghost, now with legs. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, actually, Darcy probably I think she reads actually a bunch of comics, which you would think she would learn how to draw from going through the comics a little bit more, but no. Instead, she just draws fan art of the comics, but as ghosts.
That's fair. That is that's a valid thing to do.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. That's how she is.
Well, thank you so much, Natalie. It is great to have you back. And just real quick, everybody decided to dress up as a different character tonight, and I have to shout out my players because you were seriously the best. That is so dang adorable. Thank you for that. Jules, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic. Again, I apologize that I don't have Candy Darcy, but I have future Darcy here. As best as I can. I am playing Ritter Dalka, who is our rocker, he, him pronouns on both fronts. And I am going to be completely lame and say that Ritter's favorite hobby actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. He liked acting. He used to like to act until he never got a part in any movies outside of being an extra. So he doesn't like doing it anymore because he doesn't think he's any good.
Awesome. Well, Janaya, welcome back.
Hello. Thank you. My name's Janaya, and I am playing Chloe, who is a now 14-year-old weirdo. And her pronouns are she, her. And I'm so excited to play her again. And I think Chloe's favorite hobby from the 80s, and I think it might be something that she's picked up more while she's been away from her friends, is she's been playing horror games on the NES. So I'm thinking, are we in 1987 or 88?
We're in 89.
89? Okay, then I think she's pretty much been trying to beat Splatterhouse straight through over and over again, because that was like the first horror movie game that came out and was like as gory as you can be with, 8-bit graphics.
I love it. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. And again, welcome. Super excited to have you. Janaya played Chloe on season 1 of Little Busters, so it is awesome to have a returning player. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Hey, Michael. What's up?
Hey. My name is Michael. I am playing Silas Christofferson, the 15-year-old still weirdo. He, him, both. I don't know about Silas's hobbies. I don't know if he could be considered to have a hobby, but there is. So, were I alive in the 80s, my hobby probably would have been. There's this game that came out in the late 70s that people were still kind of playing through the 80s and are kind of still playing now. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Dungeons and Dragons. So I think that would probably
wait. Isn't that like a thing Satanists do?
Oh, yeah. Oh, major. But Satanists are getting big.
It's the Church of Satan.
Satanists are in.
It's the metal. It's all of that metal, that Ozzy Osbourne and Metallica.
Mm-hmm. Megadeth.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds like some made-up nerd shit.
I wouldn't expect you to undernd.
God, I but spit out my coffee at that.
I'm feeling fucking attacked, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Off to a great start tonight. Thanks for sharing, Michael.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Britt. How are you?
Hi, I'm Britt. I am playing the jock, Ashley, who looks more like that tonight. Because I am dressed up as Silas. Sweater vest.
I'm dressed up as Ashley. I don't have a baseball bat, but I do have a medieval times sword. So that's here if I need it.
That works.
Sorry, go ahead.
That works. It's awesome. I love it.
Let's see. Ashley is a jock, but she has become a slightly more multifaceted jock in that, Chloe got her into, reading some books and things, but ultimately, like, one of Ashley's biggest hobbies / release is to, she lives with her mom and her mom's sibling and spouse, and so, she'll go and she'll gather up all of, like, the beer bottles and stuff and bring them into the woods and smash them with her bat / rocks, just to let off steam. So, smashing glass in the woods. It's a valid child hobby.
Yeah, it is. And my name is Gnome. I'm going to be your game master today. And if I had to pick a hobby from the 80s, it would probably be just listening to music on a big ass boombox, like huge boombox, especially if it had like a dual cassette. So you can like record songs off of the radio and then record that tape for your friends, because it was legal back then. It was good times. Yeah, I love my boombox. I miss you so much.
I totally have one of those too.
Right?
So good.
They're the best. Before we begin today's show, though, I'd like to remind you all that we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice, and all of the beautiful maps and rules you see here tonight are using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40k minis for 20% off! Sadly, I was just at Gary Con, though, this weekend, and spent all my money on miniatures, so rip me there. And this week, though, check out our sponsor, Tabletop Loot, who is back, who sell incredible dice. When we hit 20 retweets, we will give away a set. And let me do this. Boop, so that pops up. I hope that's the right one. We'll find out. But you could also be supporting the show by retweeting that link there, because we would super appreciate that. And finally, I'd like to remind you how you can interact with today's game, and we've had some wonderful chat interactions. You can donate to affect the game by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and this month's special, a table of pets. We do have a raptor pet that is going to be coming into the game, and I am super hella excited to incorporate that. Unfortunately, the rules of Tales from the Loop don't technically give us natural 1s or natural 20s, so instead you'll be basically allowing players to be successful in what they do or not successful in what they do. And also, if there's a moment that you particularly have enjoyed from the show, please remember to clip it so we can share with everybody else out on the Twitterverse. With that being said, though, thank you all for joining us tonight. Are you ready to play? Maybe. I don't know.
Heavy.
Yeah.
I can take it or leave it at this point.
So let's
We
go
could
ahead
just hang
and
out.
We could just
hang out all night.
Possibly go around. We don't need any more dreams or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, we're done.
no
We're
more-
done with
no more
dreams. Everyone has had dreams that needs to have them. We're good.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay.
Yep. And besides,
cool.
I'm Silas today, so I'm exempt. Silas has already had one.
Oh shit, that means I get another.
That means it's you
I
again.
think it's another nightmare. What? All right. Who is going to? I'm going to dangle this low fruit again. Who wants a free success to recap what happened in last week's kind of traumatic and very emotional episode?
Apparently, I don't use my free successes right, so somebody else can do it.
You did not. You blew that.
It was hilarious.
You did.
To watch, though.
It was great. That was so perfect.
Oh my god.
So if, or do you want to?
I was gonna say if no, I'll let you do it. You might need it for no particular reason.
You're gonna do it. No, no, you do it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So we continued off with our group. Darcy, who unfortunately Natalie wasn't with us, but Gnome did a fantastic job in playing
Yes.
Darcy.
So good.
Told us about their dream that they had, and basically that there was awful things in the pool that killed us all, which naturally made all of us not want to go to the pool. But story would have it, for us to do research in the basement to try to investigate the bad thing that might have gone down there, we had to go by the pool anyway. Joke's on us. The pool was drained, and there was a giant hole at the bottom. It was still draining, which means that thing had been there not too long ago. Feels bad, man. We get down into the basement. We find a terribly constructed shelving unit that needed to get thrown to the wayside to expose a door. And then that opened up to a very long set of stairs. It goes down for probably an unnatural amount of time. We get down there. We have some fiddling to get through some alien pad. We did not understand the language whatsoever, but Ashley was super smart and figured it out. So we get in through there. We found out that there is another secret lab holding chamber in there. There's some old tech in there, old/new tech/alien tech, that was apparently being used by the chief of police of the school. So bad news bears there. And then we found a person that was dressed from the 60s. Her name is Sarah, or they say that they are Sarah, or we are Sarah. Apparently Sarah is a symbiotic being, that apparently we found out that these eel things that have been attacking us all this time, apparently there's one inside of Sarah, and that's what makes Sarah Sarah. Creeped us all out. We decided to take Sarah back home, or at least I thought I did, and then I had a terrible nightmare with my dad, which basically consisted of him saying what the rocker life was supposed to be, said some really mean things to Ritter. Ritter felt bad, and then everything went on fire, literally. It was not fine. Mr. Blink helped Ritter get out of the burning building. And then Mr. Blink kind of told Ritter that Sarah needed to be protected at all costs from those that would do other horrible things to her, use her for research and whatnot. Ritter wakes up, upset. Silas calmed him down. They said some cute things to each other, and that's where we left off.
They said some cute things to
Okay, they said they loved each other.
L-bomb got dropped.
Glazed over that for a moment.
Come on.
Oh man. No, well done. Thank you so much. Please enjoy and waste your free critical success.
Oh, I totally will.
So normally how we play Tales from the Loop here is we spend the first half of the show allowing the players to kind of interact with one another, recover from whatever happened in the week prior, kind of figure out what they're doing with their lives, kind of in the interim between mysteries. And we actually, because you uncovered the alien that is Sarah, that concluded the mystery. So you have all leveled up, which really doesn't mean much in this game. You've all any conditions or ailments that you had previously had are all now removed or cured, and you obtained an extra skill point that you have already chosen to buff up whatever skill that you preferred. Some of us even had a birthday. Actually, both Chloe and Ritter had birthdays in between. So they got an additional skill up because that's what you get when you age in this game, because you leave the game when you're 15. Or 16.
16.
Once
Relax.
you turn 16, we're trying to get rid of Silas like real bad. He's a very slow growing 15-year-old. And
Very slow.
He's an alien child. He has no age.
And that might be a thing, and secrets. And so what I'd like to do though this time is, because we have our wonderful Janiyah returning to us with Chloe. Chloe has kind of been absent from the Little Busters, the group of friends who have been spending their winter kind of figuring out what on earth is going on. And Chloe, I would like you to take a couple moments to kind of tell us what have you been up to? What have you been doing since really like homecoming? I think it was the last time that we really got to see you.
There was
Do I have to tell you as Chloe, or can I tell you as me?
You can tell us as you.
Pardon me, I have a frog. Okay, so speaking of frogs, Chloe basically decided at the end of the last time that she was with her friends that this whole thing was putting all of her friends in a terrible amount of danger, and that she didn't want to lose any of these people that she was starting to have feelings about, which was bringing up a lot of like feelings from when she lost her mom. So she pretty much spent all of her time while she's been missing investigating on her own and hiding the results as best as she could, until she started to turn up things that made it absolutely clear that she needed to let everybody know what she was finding. And the thing that has changed in her sort of like physical things she carries around with her is, before she always had this antique anatomy book that her mom gave her, and she has been pasting it full of kind of pressed samples and different lab results about all of the different materials that she has been finding about bad things and weird things, and has been collecting them together. And I guess the other thing she's been doing to explain sort of her new stats is that along with playing horror video games to get herself used to stress, she's actually started trying to do physical things for the first time ever. And I think she can probably do like a push-up now. And maybe she like takes these sort of what she calls a run, but it's Chloe. So she's in like black jeans and combat boots and a fishnet shirt and a black Sisters of Mercy t-shirt. She's out kind of like, she runs like a block and is like, walks for two. So yeah, that's what she's been doing. And mostly kind of trying to keep an eye on everybody and what they are doing and missing them, but not really knowing how to connect.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And just to remind everybody, and maybe it's changed, what is Chloe the Weirdo's iconic item?
Oh, it's the anatomy book, which is now, it was just an anatomy book of sort of human anatomy that she was using to understand the different creatures that they were running across, but now it's specifically been turned into a notebook of samples and research on weird things and bad things.
Excellent. And what I love about this game is that because you've kind of expanded your wizard book, essentially, when it comes to using your iconic item that involves investigating or obtaining knowledge about bad things, you get to receive 2 additional dice to your pool in order to be successful on those. So you kind of are this historian of bad things, which is going to be super helpful. Hopefully, I don't know. We've had terrible dice rolls. Maybe you'll come and break that curse.
That's not likely. I guess also if you haven't met Chloe before, the other thing you should know is that Chloe's hobby is dissecting things. She's really obsessed with like understanding the inner workings of creatures in not a way that feels morbid to her at all. Her fascination is things that other people find weird and disgusting, I find interesting. And so she also takes all of those things that are like the bones and everything left over because she doesn't want to be wasteful, and she turns it into projects that she often gives people. So
I love it because the first interaction was Chloe gave Ashley, was it a mouse? To give her a taxidermy
I had
mouse?
a dead bird for Meredith.
For Meredith, there you go. Oh, that's a good gift. Now, again, normally how we run this is the first half of the show is going to be dedicated to all of the players. The second half, we will jump into the now new mystery. So, who would like the first scene? I know some of us have been talking behind the scenes a bit. I believe that's a Ashley that is
Yes.
that would like a scene.
Well, I mean, it's a Sashley, I guess. Sashley.
Ashley.
I don't know.
Ashless.
I think the wig is hurting my brain. Yeah, so I think like the last real time that Ashley was able to get a hold of Chloe was when she dragged Chloe down to the bunker to introduce her to Darcy, which was, episode 1 of this season. And then I just haven't been able to get a hold of Chloe since. But Ashley's having some stuff going on that she doesn't feel like she can talk to the 2 lovebirds about, and that as neat as Darcy is, she just feels like maybe Darcy wouldn't quite understand. So she is gonna go pounding on Chloe's door. with a mission in mind. If that's
Okay.
cool.
So you're pounding on the door and you kind of hear like various clashing and clanging inside. I'll be there in just a second. And she
Thank everything.
she like comes running forward and she throws open the door. What? Oh, Ashley.
You're home.
Hi.
Are you busy?
She's got like gloves on, like nitrile gloves on, and she's like, "Can you hold on just a second? I'll be right back." She closes the door, and you hear more clanging and crashing. And then she comes and opens the door. Come in?
Actually, I was kind of hoping maybe you would take a walk with me somewhere.
A walk. Oh, yeah. She takes off the gloves and grabs a jacket, tucks some stuff in the pockets. Sure. Yeah. She closes the door and locks it.
You don't need any money or anything. I'll buy you a soda or something. I need to go to the record store.
The record store?
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to talk about music?
No.
Because I got music inside. We could just play some music inside.
Ashley's gonna kind of like stick her head in and look and see if there's people.
You can see her dad reading a book over in the back.
Yeah, no. Can we take a walk?
Oh, okay. She closes the door and locks it. Where are we going?
Well, the record store. Still.
The record store.
Yeah.
Okay. How you been? Did you read any new books?
No. I tried. There's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
Can we walk and
Yeah. She walks along.
Oh, okay. I think for the first couple of minutes of walking, Ashley doesn't actually say anything. Just walks like purposefully. So I have to go to the record store because I know that's where Daquan's friends always used to be.
I guess so.
I just need someone else to go with me. They're
Daquan's not going to be at the record store, Ashley.
I know that.
What are you looking for?
I can't figure out what their address is in Chicago.
Oh.
And I know that like his best friend or whatever worked at the record store, and I need to go see if she knows.
I see. Do you have some of his stuff you gotta send back to him or something? Does he have some of your stuff?
No, they don't have any of my stuff. Ashley's gonna stop walking, and I guess they're like probably just like on the sidewalk or whatever, and turn to Chloe. I need to send them a letter.
Okay. What? Ashley, what's going on? Did they do something to you?
No. Chloe, have you ever dated anyone?
Nah, not really. I mean, I had a date for the dance and stuff like that, but it's just, it's what's the point? I don't know. It's just a big waste of time. It's like something like cheerleaders do because they don't got nothing better to do.
Oh.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Were you two dated?
I think we almost were, maybe.
Oh.
But then they took off.
But did they say anything before they took off? Like, they didn't bother to be like, hey, I knew we were going to do a thing, but we're not doing the thing because I got to go do another thing?
No, I mean, Dad's dead, so I think that probably kind of got in the way of making any actual explanations about the whole thing. And, they left this answering machine message, and now I can't go back and listen to it, but they also left a bunch of weird songs and Sal, and I didn't think anything about it at the time because I was really stressed out because they were gone, but then Ritter and Silas kind of were talking. I don't think you've met Ritter. Ritter's neat, but he's dating Silas, and that's adorable. And it's really, really hard seeing them being in love all the time and knowing that, like, maybe I almost had something, and then they took off. And they got really, really mad at me for taking off. And I didn't even really take off, but they really took off. And now I don't even know. I just need to know.
Chloe stops walking. She turns. She puts both hands on your shoulders. Ashley, I'm real sorry you're feeling the things you're feeling. But I gotta tell you, as your friend, there are better people for you to be having these feelings about. They showed up. They did nothing but make you feel bad for who you were. And I know that's hard, but I think if you need to say something to Daquan, one of the things you need to say to them is that they weren't real great to you from the start. And she sort of takes her hands, like not really knowing what she's doing, and like puts them around you and gives you a hug. Pulls you close. Don't squish the mouse in my pocket.
Huh. Do you think... I don't know. They were always really nice to me. I think.
I don't know, Ashley. All I saw was them trying to make you feel like you weren't cool so that they would feel cooler. But, I mean, nobody knows the space between two people other than those two people, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying. I don't know.
Wow.
I guess I'm just saying.
Okay.
But I don't want you to be sad. I know.
No, I'm not sad.
Broken hearts are broken
hearts. Actually,
hearts.
really kind of helps. I think maybe I was seeing a lot of happy stuff around me and maybe thinking too hard about it. I mean, I still want to make sure they're okay.
I think that's probably a good idea. But
Can we still go to the record store?
yeah. We'll go wherever you want to go.
Okay, cool.
Ashley?
Yeah.
You're a good person. You're a good person. You deserve someone who makes you feel like a good person. So just do whatever you need to do with that.
Okay.
And then she'll
Thank
let go of you and just start walking towards the record store.
At this point, the postcard is like dog-eared and kind of a mess, and it's got all these scribbles all over it. And Ashley's got it, like, pulls it out of her pocket, looks at it again. And as they're walking, scribbles out a couple of other things and makes some adjustments. I'm gonna edit that document for you, Nom. All right, and they're gonna go to the record store.
Okay. So You have been to the record store before. It's one of the only like actual record stores kind of left in town. The others have either gone out of business, they just weren't really doing too well, or they're failing because you're starting to see big box stores move into the area who tend to sell the things a little cheaper. But there's a charm to this record store. It's literally just called the record store. Because, well, she's not really the manager, and she's definitely not the owner, but Mice is there. Excuse me. And you see when you walk in and you hear like the little bells, dangling as the door opens and then closes again. Two thick, heavy, red boots that are kicked up on the countertop as Mice is kicking back in a chair. She's got, by now, probably like an 8-inch bright green mohawk. The sides of her head completely shaven off. Her eyebrows pierced. She's got a couple maybe new tattoos, couple cool looking heavy skull rings on her fingers, and leather jacket that's totally studded with a bunch of patches and whatnot. And she's got huge studio looking headphones that are just kind of like leaned back but over her ears. And she's just bobbing her head. Doesn't notice anybody in the store, doesn't really care.
Every time I've come here with Daquan, I have waited outside because Daquan intimidates me enough. I did not want to go into the land of many Daquans. So I just waited outside. So, Ashley's gonna waltz right on in there.
Cool. Yeah, Mice does not notice or care. The place smells like incense. Heavily. It's something a little skunkier, for sure.
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna look back at Chloe.
What can I do? You're welcome.
Just, make me look not alone.
All right. You're not alone.
All right. Ashley's going to go up to the counter. Hi.
Just bobbing her head. You can hear just like heavy thrash metal just banging out from it's clear as day.
Ashley's gonna do the please take your headphones off motion.
She just does like this. What's up?
I need to know if you know where Daquan is.
Daquan, yeah, that little friend. Who wants to know?
I'm Ashley.
She slaps the ear back over, takes them off proper, and slides her boots off the countertop and leans in a bit to kind of look at you, totally judging you, just doing a whole one up, sizing you up, what you're wearing, what you look like.
I think Ashley anticipated this, and Ashley is actually wearing just the closest thing she could think of that was appropriate to wear to this place, and she is wearing jeans and a plain black t-shirt. It's the
cool
darkest color thing she could find in her mother's closet.
All right, I'm gonna have you first roll of the night. Roll me charm.
Oh god.
Based on yeah, how Ash is kind of acting and what she decided to wear. It's gonna make a difference.
Gosh. Oh, I got 2 successes. Oh my gosh.
Hey, all right, cool. Good start. And like Mice kind of, looks at you and then looks to Chloe. It's like, I like your pants.
Thanks.
Yeah. So you're Ashley.
I like your boots.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Like,
I am.
she's a little out of it right now. Eyes are definitely a bit on the bloodshot side. So,
I like her
yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, Daquan had theirs like this before. Could always do yours up.
I would get kicked off the sports team, but
Also, your hair looks really good the way it is. Just say.
not that really matters. But
Yeah, no.
college stuff.
It's fine. Sure. You do your jam. I get it. I dig it. So, what do you need from Daquan?
I just wanted to send him a letter and tell him, how it was going here, and check and see how they're doing. And
Yeah.
because I guess they're staying with some friends there that I thought maybe you might know too.
Oh, yeah, totally. They're staying with my cousin, Spaz. It's pretty cool dude. If you ever look in, he's got some pretty good stuff.
Can I get Spaz's address?
Well,
She's got the
Oh, yeah.
postcard out.
because you got a letter. Righteous. All right. So, here, and she kind of like leans over the counter, grabs a pen, and fills in the address herself on your postcard.
Oh,
And like, it's the handwriting is rough, but very artistic. And so like some of the letters are a little more curvy. There might be like some stars and like a little like anarchy symbol, like, over here. And, she slaps the pen down, says, "There you go, kid. Daquan did talk about you a lot. like girl, a lot.
well, we're friends
Yeah.
and stuff.
I mean, doesn't really take a fortune teller though to figure out that you're a little more than friends, right?"
Ashley's resolve and calm are just melting off of her, and she's looking over at Chloe, kind of terrified. But
Chloe,
they left, so that's all up in the air. We'll see.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're not really doing great. Kind of pretty rough right now.
Are
if I
they
were half
still in
honest.
contact with you? Are they calling you?
I mean, sometimes, but I talk to Spaz more, and they're living with Spaz right now, and it's Daquan is, I don't know. Daquan's lost their chill. Not really leaving the house anymore. Just kind of keep it to themselves.
Mice, his dad's dead, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Like straight up murdered.
Yeah, some people they have some trouble getting over stuff like that. It takes a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seemed like something else. They quite never really talked to me like that.
Talk
good
to you
kid.
like what?
About deeper stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
What are
They had
they?
other friends. They had other friends.
But so what new stuff are they talking to you about?
I mean, last time that we talked, like all they talked about was some girl named Ashley. And if I'm staring at some girl named Ashley, they're more than just some girl. And it sounds to me, or seems to me, that that's a little more what that heart's broken over. Losing a parent sucks, but fuck the patriarchy, am I right?
Yeah, cool. Ashley's gonna look at the address to make sure it looks like it's a real address.
Yeah, it looks it's a coherent address. Yeah, definitely Chicago, zip code and apartment number and all that.
I saw for a hot second somebody in
34th
chat said,
and
like,
Wabash
1,
or
2,
something.
3, Fuck off lane or something. So
It's clever. It's good.
okay. Thank you very much, Mouse.
Nice.
It was nice talking to you. Mice?
Yeah, mice.
Plural? Mouse? No. Okay. Mice. So yeah, we will get out of your hair.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you guys want some music, or like we got some pretty cool jams out right now. Nirvana just dropped an album, so it's pretty cool if you're looking for something new for your ears.
Do you have the new oysters and new oh no, you don't carry those imports. No, I think not today, but thank you.
I know who you were talking about. You should come in a lot more. If you're looking for imports, I know people. If you want something on special order, I can get anything. I'm Mice.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll talk more. I usually go to Chicago to get it from downtown, but I mean, if I could pick up records.
You paid those prices? You lost your damn mind.
Ashley's noticing this and is going to just back up like just a tad.
Yeah. Chloe's like, yeah, okay. You think you can do better? We'll talk. I'll bring in a list next time I come in.
I dig it. It'll be a good time.
I'm actually gonna look for something over in the section over there. I'll be back in a sec.
Cool. I'll be right there.
Knock yourself out, kid.
Cool.
And Ashley's just gonna go absent-mindedly looking at records.
Cool.
And editing the postcard again.
Just all of the edits. So where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, you've got an accent.
My mom's from Buffalo, or she was. But I grew up here. I grew up downtown next to the Art Institute.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I used to hang out around that block. A lot of fun times.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah, lots of stuff to do out that way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Nah, I wasn't saying anything else. I was just agreeing.
Yeah. So what kind of music you into? If you want imports?
Mostly sort of the new German industrial, like the more minimalist stuff that's not quite the noise, but it's got like the noise beat brought in with kind of like a nouveau goth aesthetic. I mean, like, I still really like Sisters of Mercy and this Corrosion, but I don't know, the more I hear kind of the noise beats that are coming out. Yeah,
sure.
I'll bring in a list.
Hey, I dig it. Do you listen to have you listened to Skinny Puppy at all?
Yeah. Oh shit! What Skinny Puppy albums for out right now?
I know, right? Well, Skinny Puppy is like back at like 80.
That sounds like a made-up band. Like you're. Oh, I'm trying to think of a trendy band. What?
How dare you?
Skinny Puppy is
But okay, no,
legit
it's
like
real. It's yeah.
yeah. It's
Too Dark Park doesn't come out for 2 more years.
Yeah. Skinny Puppy, right? Oh, that was my high school years.
Yeah, so I think she talks music with mice for a little bit, and then kind of is like, "Hey, so if you hear from when you hear from Daquan again, if you could let him know that some of his friends wouldn't mind if they said hi. We worry."
Yeah, I worry too. If they send word again, I'll. Do you have a pager?
No, I have a phone.
Cool. Here, yeah. Mice will like rip out a receipt and hand over the pen and the receipt. Put down, both your numbers or something.
Okay. She writes down Chloe's number with a little rat next to it, and then she writes down Ashley's number with a little baseball bat next to it. Slides it over.
That's cute. She'll take it, fold it up, and just kind of like tucks it in her back pocket. So, yeah, cool. Have a rocking day, I guess.
Yeah.
She'll kind of like grab her headphones and slide them, back low. You just crank it up again. And she'll resume her spot back on her chair with her boots slowly being kicked back up onto that countertop.
I go over to Ashley. Hey, before you send that, let me put the address in the back of my book in case we need to track him down. If we have the address, then we can go find them. If we need to. So she'll copy down the address in the very back bottom corner of the anatomy book.
Yeah, Ashley's
Cool.
kind of like holding the postcard so that she's blocking the actual side of the text that has all the scribbles on it.
Yeah, Chloe will pretend like there's absolutely nothing weird about that.
Are there other people coming to the record store? Okay.
Darcy's been there this whole time just drawing everybody.
Damn it, Darcy!
Suddenly you hear the dulcet tones of Sal from the backpack.
They are gonna. Ashley will leave with Chloe, and they pass by a number of mailboxes, and then Ashley ultimately just puts the postcard back in her pocket.
All right. So as you two have kind of been walking downtown, past a mailbox, past another mailbox, past the post office, you can hear like some commotion around a corner, and as awesome cart sound effects, that was perfect timing, and you kind of like head around the corner, and there are a couple police cars with the lights going on. There is some crime scene tape that's kind of blocking off some folks, as well as a couple cones, here and there. And there is a body on the sidewalk, and they're covered in a like a cloth right now. A very, very dirtied cloth.
I'm gonna go look.
Okay.
Do you want to come with or stay here?
Do you need me to come with?
No.
Okay, I'd like to stay here.
Okay.
Okay.
So Chloe's gonna kind of walk nonchalantly past the crime scene to see how close she can get to the body on her own.
Yeah, right now, like, nobody's really messing with the body. They're kind of, some of the cops are just like talking. One of them's like sitting in his car, and you actually see Detective Chief Dennis McDonald, who is the chief of police. You know, his super Chicagoan bushy mustache, slightly, you know, heavy set, you know, dark brown hair, and it was Michael all along. just picture Michael, but about like 80 pounds heavier and maybe a foot and a half taller. And then you will have.
I don't know if it's possible to be 80 pounds heavier in a healthy way.
Who said that this officer was healthy? I didn't. And you know, so he's just kind of like, you know, chewing noisily on some gum and writing some stuff down on a pad of paper. So it seems relatively clear right now. Nobody seems to be paying attention to the body, or they've already done some type of investigation themselves to the body.
Cool. So she's going to get as close to the body as she possibly can and see what she can see that's on the cloth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. Well, that's pretty like, that's in plain sight. You notice that in the face area where the head would be, there is this like brown wetness seeping through. And if you'd like to roll investigation now, I will have you roll investigation.
I would. And no. 7 dice, no successes.
Hey, but you do have luck.
Wait. Wait. Can I actually roll again? Because I want to compare the brown fluid with the fluids in, like, I want to open my book and compare it with the fluid samples in my book and see if it looks like any of those.
Don't roll again, but go ahead and roll 2 extra dice.
It was a 1 and a 5.
Dang. Okay. So all you need are 6s to be successful.
I know.
I know.
Okay.
So I mean, it seems familiar, but you just can't quite put your finger on it. Like, you've definitely seen this before, but it's like, you know, maybe you're just like a little nervous about, you know, like, ooh, there's cops, and you're getting really, really close to this thing.
So I'm going to get as close as I can and bend down as if I'm retying my boot. I'll just like untie my boot and kind of like retie my boot.
Perfect.
And I'm going to try to slide my hand underneath the cloth and look to see the face.
Oh, alrighty. So you lift the cloth up slowly, and as you do, the face would have been familiar, but there is something crawling out of it. You have no idea what it is. Well, you might have some idea what it is, because you've actually seen this before. You've encountered this during your exploration to try to build like an encyclopedia of bad things. It's not quite the eels, but it certainly looks like one. Smaller, more worm-like. And it is just the tail is finally popping out of this person's mouth, where there is now this just like brown slime trail all over the face. And it slaps onto the concrete.
I will reach into the pocket of my jacket and I will pull out the bag with the mouse in it. And I will put the mouse out of the pocket, dead mouse out of the bag into my pocket. And I'm going to use the bag to try to snag the thing.
Alrighty. I'm not even going to have you roll. This thing moves so slow. Like, gravity helped it hit the ground faster. And you are able to scoop it up. And as you do, you hear, "Hey, kid, get away from there."
Sorry, just tying my shoe. I shove it in my bag and tie my shoe the rest of the way and run back to Ashley. We gotta go. Let's go.
Okay.
And she starts pulling Ashley along behind her towards the closest not city place.
Sure. Do you want to head towards the bunker?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she just like grabs Ashley and pulls her along until she's out of sight. And she goes, we have to take this to the bunker right now. She pulls out the bag and shows her what's in the bag and then puts it back in her pocket and starts walking real fast.
Oh, okay.
And Ashley, you have no idea what it is. It looks like maybe a baby eel, like one of the evil bad things, but it's much smaller. And yeah, so that's what you see, and it is your bag is kind of like oozing a bit, and you go ahead and start making your way towards the bunker, kind of in a hurry.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She basically explains to you that in all of her looking at stuff, she's found some things that are just not right. They don't follow any zoological pattern that makes any sense, and she wants to make sure that this isn't what that is. And then I guess as we get further into the woods, Chloe starts looking a little bit more agitated and sort of like stressed. And she speeds up ahead of you and she keeps pulling out the bag and looking at it in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then she looks at you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just thinking, so it's been, I mean, this is winter. I don't know how it is out by all of you now. It is stupidly raining in the middle of winter right now, and the ground is just really wet. You're kind of like running through basically sludge in just muddy areas, almost marshlands to an extent, where flatlands had been. And then as you're making further into the woods towards the bunker, it's just really wet and kind of gross out there.
So it's taken too much time walking through all the mud. I don't have time, Ashley. She opens up the bag and she throws the thing in her mouth, and you see her tip back her head and it slide down the inside of her throat. And she folds over and she kind of like breathes really heavy a few times, and you hear her kind of do like a dry heave kind of thing. And then she just stands up and looks at you, and her eyes are perfectly cold. She tilts her head to the side. She walks towards you, and she pushes you just a little bit. Oh, you can't run from me! She starts chasing after you, and she's twice as fast as you are. She grabs you and spins you around. You think you can outrun me? Is that what you think? She picks you up off the ground and throws you back into the water.
Fuck.
Well, Ashley, what are you doing? We're gonna treat this like combat.
How do I roll against being pushed into the water?
That would be move.
Okay.
Force would be Chloe throwing you, which actually, Chloe, go ahead and roll force. But roll with like 10d6.
Fuck everything.
Basically, all of your attributes right now are 10d6.
I'm gonna fucking die. Okay.
Oh God! What
The
did y'all
worst.
get?
I
I got one success.
Okay. So Chloe, you go ahead and you pick Ashley up. But Ashley, you are fighting. First off, Chloe is smaller than you and has never she does one push-up. One push-up. Just one. You can do at least 30 and like a dozen chin-ups. Like with no problem. So what the heck? And you manage to kind of like squirm out from her grasp and drop to the ground. What are you both doing now?
I just want to run.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
I want to run.
move. Both of you go ahead and roll move.
And I'm not gonna like raise a hand to her.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I got 0 successes.
I have 2 successes.
All right. Chloe, go ahead and get to explain what you're doing. You
So,
are, whatever you
as-
hear, you're successful in.
As Ashley goes to like get herself up to run away, Chloe just grabs her by the leg, like one hand on the lower leg, one hand on the top leg, pulls her back and flips her and throws her down onto her back and just puts her boot in her chest. Do you think you're strong? Is that what you think you are? You're not strong.
You've got alien shit.
And then she picks you up and she drags you further into the water.
Ashley will just squirm and try to get away.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll move. That's like your like a grapple type check.
3 successes.
All right. Go ahead and explain how you kind of get out of Chloe's grasp and start moving away from her.
How is Chloe grabbing me?
She has your leg. Well, no, she had your leg. Now she's kind of standing on your chest, holding onto your arm.
Chloe is smaller than me, so I'm going to try to pull Chloe down and away and kind of try to snap my elbow away so that I can get up and run.
Yeah, and you were very successful in doing so. Chloe loses her footing because while she is stronger than you, she weighs less than you. And you manage to grab her by the leg and just kind of like throw her off. And she goes splashing into this soupy marsh. And you are free from her grasp and running again.
I'm
What are you both
gonna
doing?
run in the direction of Silas and Ritter's place.
Okay.
I'm going to pursue.
All right. Go ahead and both of you roll moves.
Because I know that's where crazy alien lady is. 0
One success.
goddamn successes.
Chloe, you were very successful.
She catches up to you and grabs you by the back of the jacket and just starts dragging you back into the water and pulling you sort of further into the marshier area. And as
Chloe
you
is. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. Nope. Your
No,
turn.
no, no, please, no, please go.
And as she's pulling you, she's just like, she just is constantly on this like, you're not strong. You're not a leader. I don't know whatever made you think you were like that.
if Ashley could get any words out from being face down in mud, it's just gonna be like, it's the aliens, this isn't you. While trying to squirm.
I think she'll pick you up a little bit further and grab you by the jacket and push you back again into the water and say, "This is me now, Ashley. This was always me. Just like this, covered in mud on the ground, was always you." And I feel like at that point you start to realize that the mud you're in is extraordinarily soft.
Ashley, anytime that you try to move like your arm, you almost hear like a and you barely get your arm back out, and maybe you're trying to kick, but it's just the more she holds you down, the further into almost like this suctioning mud that you're being pushed deeper and deeper into. And eventually your face is completely submerged. You take your last breath right now, and she is just weighing you down.
I'm just struggling as hard as I can because Ashley is very, panicky, and I'm gonna just like try to hold a breath.
Okay.
Chloe kind of pushes one more time with the boot and turns and starts to walk away.
Can I get my head out of the water after that?
You try, but you're so wedged in to this mud that you're stuck. It is like suck. You've basically caused a suction, and you can't pry yourself out. The water is just 2 inches from your mouth, from your face. And you're able to kind of like shift just slightly to look to the side, and off to one side you see a skull. And floating slightly above that skull is around its neck is a small ring in the shape of a wolf. And you know immediately whose ring that is. That's Ritter's ring. Ring. Words.
Do I have any control over any of my limbs?
Right now, no. Unfortunately not. You are stuck so close to the surface. Your lungs are starting to burn. You know you need to breathe. But the more that you struggle, it feels like the deeper you sink and the more earth is wrapped around you. What's going on in Ashley's head right now?
That she failed at paying any attention to what was going on with Chloe, so the aliens got Chloe. And now they've got some mind shit going on with her, and that is all her fault. And maybe she already killed Ritter. I haven't seen Ritter in a couple of days. Or maybe the alien girl killed Ritter and they're in cahoots. Oh god. Darcy. Silas. I fucked up.
You need to breathe. Your body is screaming at you. You need to breathe. Ashley, you need to breathe.
I let go of my...
And coppery, moss-tasting, moldy water just floods into your mouth, up your noses. You choke. Bubbles just come blowing out from your mouth, and the more that you fight, the deeper you sink. And you continue to sink until you notice, staring up at you,
Postcard.
there is a shadow hovering over you now, outlined in a slight purplish hueish glow. And you see the shadow kind of twitch here and there, like the tail of the blink cat. And he stands over you, but he doesn't help. Doesn't say anything. Just watches you. What are you doing?
Trying to gather any last adrenaline in myself to pick up my head.
Okay. I would like you to roll. Which one is better for you, force or move?
They are identical.
Okay. One of those.
Feels like a force. One success.
Okay. You can feel the muscles in your shoulders, in your neck, in your core, straining and pushing down against this mud. The stupid cat is standing there, not helping you. And you hear the sickening sound of like as your head pops up and clears the 2 inches of water on your own. You are free. What are you doing?
You're fucking in on this, you fucking cat, and if you do anything to Darcy, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And I'm gonna try to get my right hand out.
Yeah, one by one, you're able to slowly get your body out. You were only in like a foot of water.
I want to reach for the cat and try to drown it.
I would like you to roll move.
Ice this motherfucker. Get rid of it.
I need popcorn.
2. Okay.
You
tell me what you're doing.
Fucking demonic creature. You're just fucking with all of us. Just grab it and push it into the mud.
All right. So this is your first time touching the cat. And again, there's no fur. It is almost like a layer of viscous, it's just flesh, but there's this like wet ooze to it. Not that your hands are all muddy and whatnot, but it is firm. This cat is just raw muscle, but you are able to grab hold of it and just shove it down into the murky waters that you were once trapped in. How long are you going to hold it there for?
I'm going to look up and see if I can still see Chloe.
Chloe's gone. There is no one here. It is just you.
Hold it for a couple of seconds, and then I lift it out, and I'm doing that like scruff thing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna fucking talk? You were gonna sit there and watch me fucking die.
It sighs, and it blinks out of your grasp. You have nothing now. And it appears behind you, no longer wet, muddied.
Like
it does not look happy though.
Face.
Yeah, you are just soaking and covered in just marshlands.
You a fucking alien too?
Technically, no. I'm from here. But your main danger are those who are not from here.
Really? Because I think you almost just got me killed. I think you're probably, a main danger.
Me? No.
I've read at least half of Pet Sematary.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that is. Why are you so mad?
Because you just sat there and tried to kill me.
I did nothing wrong here. I'm here to help. And it looks like I did.
I helped myself.
You did. It's got this, like, Cheshire grin now across its darkened, muscly little face. Its tail just twitching. Perhaps more of an annoyance to you now than a cute quirk.
I need to go and make
You
sure
did.
Chloe's not going to go kill Darcy and Silas. So, fucking say whatever cryptic shit you're going to say to me.
I don't think I need to say anything to you. You already know how strong you are inside, do you not? You did not need me.
God, yeah, and then she's going to take off in the direction that Chloe went.
Cool. As you are running towards the direction that you at least last thought that you had seen Chloe, your foot snags hold of a root, and you go crashing down into the trees, and you hear that sickening sound of a head hitting a tree branch that was jutting out. Just thwack, and you are blacked out on the ground. When you wake up, Chloe is hovering over you, trying to shake you.
Ashley. Oh my God, is you okay? What the fuck? Are you okay? You hit your head. Careful, hold on, let me look at you.
I am going to grab her by the shoulders and shove her to the ground. Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, that'd be force.
3.
Damn! Chloe, Ashley,
Chloe doesn't resist.
God damn.
Was that Ritter? Did you already kill him? Where's Silas?
What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just like, she gets up, she's holding her arm, and she just looks so hurt.
No, I'm holding you down on the ground by your shoulders.
What the fuck? Let me up! Have you lost? God, Ashley, you hit your head. Something is wrong. Let me up. Let me look at you.
No. What did you eat? What was that thing?
The fuck? We didn't eat anything. We went to the stupid store. I didn't eat anything.
What was under that
thing?
sheet?
I showed you. It's in my fucking pocket. You can pull it out of my fucking pocket. Just let me off the fucking ground. What is wrong with you, you dumb bitch? Why are you doing this to me? And she starts to cry.
You killed Ritter, you... Fuck. Keep doing this.
She's just sobbing in the dirt.
Does this snap any sort of reality into Ashley at all?
Probably. Your friend is hysterical, and you are not soaking wet or covered in mud or moss or reeds. You do
Am I
feel
bleeding from the head?
you are bleeding from the head. You feel like a trickle of blood just running down.
Fuck. Chloe.
She just like, do you let her go?
Yeah.
She just pulls her like knees up under her chin and like tucks her hands around her ears and just cries.
Ashley runs away. To Meredith's house.
Sure.
And our second special guest.
Hey, Christine, we miss you. No, we really actually do miss you, Christine.
We do.
I know you're working. Do you want to end this scene here?
Sure.
I think we should.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Janaya. Just
Jesus.
Janaya.
Can we just end the
Gosh,
episode here? We're not going to top that.
Like,
I
really?
love you, Britt. I'm
Every
so
time we do,
sorry.
How are we gonna follow up with that?
I have no idea.
We are going to go ahead and cut to who else wants a scene?
No one wants a scene after that.
Oh my god. Okay, Michael.
Do you all want to be in the bunker? Do you want to head to the
that-
bunker?
So I had a couple questions about that because we have
Sure.
some scene ideas. But can I,
Yeah.
before we move on, I have
Absolutely.
a theory that I would
Okay,
like
theory.
to. Okay. There's still one more nightmare left because Ashley's, she drowned in mud, which is earth. Ritter died in a fire. Darcy, all of us drowned in water. I heard my name whispered on the
God.
wind. The fifth nightmare was love the whole time because we still eat heart.
That's Chloe's nightmare.
Yeah.
Chloe has to understand the troubles of going and falling in love and realizing that it's not worth it.
So that was
That
my
was
joke for
all-
the episode. So we can do a scene now.
What half of the investigation team do we want to handle first? Do we want to handle, because you said you had something you wanted to do with the computer?
Oh, yeah, that was my question. Yeah, I forgot my actual important, relevant question. Does the computer thing in the bunker have internet?
It has intranet. So the computers are connected to themselves on an internal network.
Okay, I was going to say we could kill two birds with one stone, like Google stuff in the bunker while I looked at other things, but
We're probably
Let's
using like
do-
comp serve.
oh my god. Let's
Are-
do yours first.
Okay, because I was gonna ask, like, am I a rich enough brat where I have internet? Because I know I have a personal computer.
I mean that's really up to you. You know what your mom does for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she can afford internet?
My argument back to you is that California, even in the 80s, is way more expensive than Chicago. So we
Significantly
downsized.
so.
So we
Mhm.
downsized. So I'd say that we probably have more money to mess around with now. And I was already a spoiled brat then. Who knows? Maybe she's getting a check from somebody that I don't know about every so often.
Dad's actually making his payments.
Right? Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I accept that reasoning, and you can have good old dial-up modem internet.
Awesome. I think perhaps before that, given the span of time, Mom is going to see Sarah.
Oh boy. All right.
I'm using my auto success now.
Nice. Nice.
Using
Well
my
done.
auto success now.
So we'll for the sake of time, we'll say that your mom like eventually figured out that there was like there's a girl in your room. What? And between you and Silas just working together to lie about how she is Silas's cousin from Sweden. And it was very convincing because Silas just has one of those like Shayna Punnams and just totally lovable faces. And she probably trusts Silas a little more than she trusts you.
She shouldn't.
She bought it.
Okay.
She bought it.
And then does
So
does my mom help her get clothing that's time appropriate?
I mean, her clothes are kind of cool. You probably could have just rummaged through your mom's stuff to get some clothes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's cool. Ritter probably would have taken what was available to give to Sarah so that Sarah looks like they kind of fit in a little bit better. She was given the Alf shirt, which is like one of Ritter's prized things that you only wear on your birthday. Because otherwise you don't want to wear it out because it's a collector's thing. So this is big news that he gave his Alf shirt to Sarah to wear because he feels
I've
like
never
it's
heard of a
appropriate.
birthday shirt before.
Okay, well it's a
concept.
special occasion shirt, you know, like
I'm
somebody-
not
California
making
thing.
fun of you.
California thing. That's what it is.
it's a California thing.
Right, I wouldn't know.
No.
Exactly.
So that way at least Sarah looks appropriate, and I'm assuming that within this time span, Silas and Ritter has taken Sarah out to see if she can assimilate a little better, or would Silas be like, no, she's staying in the dungeon?
I was going to say Silas is incredibly against that, but trusts you because you're better at gauging people than Silas is.
Right. Well, I think like the biggest thing is that I think after calming down from the dream, Ritter would have came out about Mr. Blink and how Mr. Blink was like, she needs to be protected at all costs.
Okay,
So
that makes
Ritter
sense.
is taking that very seriously. His opinion might change once he talks to Ashley next, but for now, he is taking his knightly duty seriously. To take her around, maybe try to see if she can people properly. It's kind of like gauging to see how distant they are from themselves. But that's kind of like an overview of what's happened. Now to the computer.
Right.
Fair enough.
Like maybe we just got internet. Like maybe I convinced my mom on top of all of this that she should also get the internet.
You could probably also go to the library too. You have an anchor there.
Oh God, yeah, we do. Ugh.
Do you want to deal with your aunt, or do you just want to deal with the computer?
I would, yeah. Let's well, because we got 2 investigations to get to, so let's do it. So I think we should just do the first one in the basement and then head to the bunker.
Okay, that's true. That is completely fine. I think like once everything's all set up, like Ritter's kind of like, he's probably taken to the idea of using the internet, and he's kind of like just trying to mess around with it. And he's like, okay. Okay. So there's like this weird little like search bar thingy here. And I think what you do is you type what you want to know about, and then it comes up with like other things for you to click on, and then it tells you stuff. It's like a giant encyclopedia.
Yes, an encyclopedia, but what are we looking for? We're looking for one person. There's no... How will this... I don't understand how we're going to find... But anyway, let us try. What do you remember from the dream about this man who we don't know if he's real or your father, but this person who was in your home?
He was a dude, kind of looked like me. He went by the name of Johnny Dagwood. So like we can try to look up the name, and then he gave me like a tape of like his band. And like some parts of like your dream was true and some parts of Darcy's dream was true too. So like maybe there's a part that's true about mine.
That is like true.
Future-y, I don't understand, but I mean it doesn't hurt to look, and then if he's an asshole, then I just won't look for my dad anymore.
Ritter, are you sure you want to look for him at all? We don't have to do this.
No, I know. I just kind of want to know, dude. It's like kind of like how even though you're super worried and scared about your mom, you just want to know, right?
I don't know that I do anymore. I'd rather just hold out hope that she's okay somewhere. If what you're saying is true and some of the dreams are real, then I don't want that part to be true.
He kind of like his hands lift up from the keyboard from like in the middle of like raptor claw typing, and he kind of like he turns around to Silas and kind of grabs his hands. He's like, okay, I mean, we don't have to go in like that complete direction, dude, but like you still want to find out the truth about what's going on, right?
Yes, an investigator must seek the truth no matter how hard it is.
Right. And if we just so happen to find stuff out about her, then that's a problem for future us, and this cat can go flying. Goodbye, Mr. Blake. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Did you mute me, cat? Okay. Talk. Someone talk.
Then Ritter, okay, yes, you're correct. If you are all right, then we should try to find this man as well. The cat saw some reason to show him to you, so perhaps there is a reason to find him.
Maybe, but so far the common thread in all of our dreams is that like it showed us stuff that hasn't happened yet. So,
and he kind of like he takes your hands and he kind of kisses the back of his knuckles.
He's like, so just keep that in mind for you, okay?
And then he kind of like he turns back to the keyboard and continues typing Johnny Dagwood and then enter.
Go ahead and roll. Program.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, your limited understanding of the internet is limited. And you're trying to find this person and just you're either not connecting properly or there are just no actual results for anybody under this name.
Mm-hmm. Or it could just be that I'm just good with alien technology and not
right.
technology.
That is way more user friendly. They invested in UI UX.
I can make Queen songs on the mixer board.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know how to poke Sal and make him do all sorts of funky things, but man, this internet stuff is weird.
Okay, so
this name might be a pseudonym. Have you tried looking for the band itself? I don't know how popular you think they are, but
No, but that's a good idea. I mean, I've never heard of it before. It sounds kind of like a weird, like synth kind of band, but and he goes in and he starts typing Syndicate Romance out, and then tries to press enter again. No results.
Yeah,
okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Hey, Sarah? He kind of looks back towards the couch.
Yes.
I imagine that Ritter, in the desperate attempt to normalize Sarah, has probably set Sarah down to watch as much TV as humanly possible, because that's
absolutely. Anytime he had to go to school, it's just like Sarah and Silas sitting on the couch watching like Alf and Golden Girls and just like all of that. Yeah.
Both equally as confused as the other.
Right. And asking bizarre questions like, is this normal? Do these creatures exist? I have never seen a man ingest that much food.
Sarah, I don't know.
I fucking love it. But yeah, Ritter will kind of like turn and look back towards Sarah, hoping that Sarah's not glued to the TV at that point.
Glued. This
well,
is
like eyes glued to the TV. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But she'll still say, yes.
Can you, you said you're good with like technology and stuff, so like maybe you're totally good with our, inferior technology.
We can make an attempt. And she moves weirdly. It's just odd. And she'll slowly, like limb by limb, stand up and make her way over to you. And her very thin, long fingertips.
Remember I said, no we, you. It's you. And one foot in front of the other. Not like weird duck shuffling.
I will do better next time.
There you go.
And I'm actually going to have her roll.
Oh, shit.
What's her iconic item?
What's her iconic item?
Don't know.
Her Alf
Another
t-shirt.
weirdo, right?
Obviously another weirdo.
Perfect, good.
Right? We just need more weirdos here. She starts, like, she stares at the keys. And she starts pushing a couple buttons. And nothing is happening. Like, just trying commands that maybe she knew from, their previous experience, but it is not translating here whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And she looks to you almost guilty looking on her face. We apologize, but we do not understand.
Okay. He sighs and looks back down. It's all right, Sarah. I mean, like, this is all new to both of us, all three of us, so I don't blame you. Thanks for trying to help, at least.
And even though he says thanks, I imagine that both Sarah and Silas could probably see that he's very crestfallen by that.
Yeah, maybe all that stuff was just fake anyway.
As you say that, Silas grabs you immediately and just like softly, like, okay, listen, Ritter.
If what you're saying is true, if the cat was showing us the future, then there is a possibility this person will come to you. And if that isn't true, do you remember where he said he was from or where he was going? Maybe one day we can investigate there.
Question. I know him in the dream had explained that he was a roadie kid and the dad was an alcoholic. Did he say where he came from?
He technically did not, but he does tour in pretty much live like in Europe. Like at least
Yeah, he
that.
said he was going to like Amsterdam and shit.
Yeah.
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 I think like
Amsterdam,
Ritter,
Belgium, Holland, UK.
yeah. Ritter will kind of like helplessly shrug. He's like, he didn't exactly say where he came from, just the fact that he travels a lot, does tours and stuff. I don't know, maybe I should just... Would it be weird if I asked Mom about it? Is that gonna like get her on my case?
I think I don't know. I honestly don't know. In the dream, you said she was not very happy to see him again, so I don't know how she would feel about discussing it, but it is worth a shot.
Okay. I need you for moral support. Because she likes you way better than she likes me.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Sarah, Mom doesn't like you as much because Mom probably thinks there's something weird going on, and he makes a triangle shape. So maybe we should, you keep watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We will do so. We find Leonardo appealing.
Okay. The katanas are
Because they're
pretty
both
cool.
fucking reptiles.
I mean,
Damn it, Michael.
Okay.
and then he kind of like, he looks towards Silas because like,
Why don't we like get ready to go out too? Because you said you still want to check out the bunker, right?
Yes, there is something that I need to see if it is there, but I don't think it will take long.
Okay, that's cool. And then if Mom gets mad at both of us, we can just get out really quick because we both already have our coats on.
That's a good idea.
Good exit plan.
and then like, he'll bundle up because he's probably, even though it's March, he probably still dresses like it was December because he's just his blood. It's not made for this cold weather. Bundles up and kind of like, I guess we'll go up to the first floor and Ritter will kind of like peer around.
Mom, you around?
Yes, Ritter. What do you need? She's in the kitchen.
with
Probably
it not on fire.
paying bills. Yeah, it's so not on fire. Yeah, you're good.
So can I talk to you about something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so
He grabs Silas by the hand very tightly, does not want to let go, and then just kind of just slowly goes and like peers his head into the kitchen.
So the internet's really cool.
Yeah. You better enjoy it because it is costing me, a lot of money. So I expect your grades to be kept up.
I'll get a tutor.
Silas just kind of grabs him by the shoulder and like nods, like, "Yes, we'll work on that."
I promise I won't use up all the minutes, but
Please
so
don't.
I won't. But so I was doing some searching because that's something you could do on the World Wide Web, right?
I don't know. I don't know how to use that thing.
I can totally show you later, but you could search for stuff, right? And I was like, hey, I'm looking for like new bands. And like he's trying to like come up with this like elaborate lie to say that he didn't see this in a dream, basically. And it came up with some recommendations. And like you totally like awesome music. I mean, you showed me a bunch of cool music when I was younger. So there's this one band
And he like looks to Silas, being like, "I'm gonna die," before looking back to her.
It's called Syndicate Romance.
And he's just waiting to see her reaction.
And she just, like, your mom is cool. She definitely's got some pretty awesome stories and met up with some really cool people. But she just kind of stares blankly at you with that name. Like, oh, this must be what the kids are listening to these days. Like, cool. Sounds great.
Without
Can
like
I roll an
seeing her.
empathize check?
Oh God, yeah. Can
Yeah,
we,
go
can we
for
please
it.
both? Can we please both do that?
Yeah.
I got one success.
Three.
Three?
Three of success.
Whoa!
Oh wow.
Oh
Damn.
my. Are you empathizing each other? Or
I'm trying to see if
Mom.
she's like hiding something.
oh no. Not at all.
Oh,
She's never heard of this band before. Whatsoever.
And I think in Ritter seeing the lack of recognition, he's kind of like,
it's head up by a dude named Johnny Dagwood.
And she kind of like snickers, like, that's a stage name if I've ever heard one.
and like, I feel like his shoulders just kind of slump at that, and he's like,
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess who cares about harmonicas anyway?
and then he just kind of like just slowly leans back. He's like,
Mom, I'm ungrounded, right?
I guess so. I mean, it's technically been a week. You still went to the dance. You came home late. And then you brought a strange foreign girl into our house.
And thank you so much. She was visiting, and my aunt's house is being renovated, so she couldn't stay there, and she really appreciates it.
Yeah, totally.
Go have fun. Be home by 10. Sharp.
Yeah, fun.
and he just kind of like he looks down because he was hoping that his mother would have been another connection there, but he kind of just eases back and he kind of paps Silas to kind of follow him.
All right, Mom. See you at 10.
Have fun. Be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to end there?
I think to end there, and then we're gonna jump to the bunker. Right?
Yes, we will definitely do the bunker. And I would actually like everybody here at the bunker, including Chloe and please, Darcy. You've been so quiet tonight. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
This is how it goes sometimes.
It's all good. Darcy's definitely there with Sal, just hanging out. So, like, because that's what she does in her spare time. Like,
So I think I want to know what each of you are doing in the bunker right
I'm
now.
sorry.
Before we
Before we go to the
Yes.
bunker, can I? Sorry, I thought of one quick thing. Can we do that first? Sorry.
Yeah.
Does Ritter have a garage?
I'm assuming there's
Yeah.
a garage there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it one of those kinds that you can open it? You just pull it up from the front.
Most
Maybe.
are, yeah.
Okay. I don't
It's
know.
not an electric one.
Right.
Oh, God.
So I think we get outside pretty immediately after that, and Silas knows that Ritter is fucking bummed out, and says,
Ritter, I'm sorry. We will find him, okay? He might not be under that name or that band, but we will find him.
Kind of. He smiles like kind of like sadly towards him. He's like, "It's okay, dude. Like, maybe I'm just not supposed to find him, you know? Like, if it happens, it happens. And you're right. Maybe he'll just show up magically one day."
Maybe, but in the meantime, can I show you something?
Yeah.
All right, and leads over to the garage and kind of opens it up, goes inside, and says, "Now,
Ritter, I know that we went out, to dinner the other night for your birthday, and that was wonderful, but I had something else planned that didn't quite work out on the day, but..."
And he just kind of takes him over to the corner, and Silas bought Ritter a new bass guitar.
Oh.
An electric one that looked the coolest,
I guess. And he says, "I don't know if this is the right kind, but I just wanted you to have... It's been hard, I know, so I wanted you to have something."
Maybe Silas spoke to Mice to make sure that he got the right kind.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mice.
Oh, and I think as he kind of sees it, and like he sees it, and then like he registers that Silas recognizes that he prefers bass over the other guitars, and he just kind of like he like sniffs once, almost looks like he's upset, and then he kind of like laughs, and he's like, "Shit, man, you're like super nice. Like you super get me. I'm gonna like," and he picks it up, and I'm assuming it was in a case, and he opens the case and looks at it over and rolls it over in his hands, and he's just like, "I'm gonna like totally write you a song. That's gonna be the first thing I do with this."
You don't have to do that. I just wanted you to have something.
Well, you didn't have to get me a sweet ass guitar. This is a super good brand too. It's the least I can do.
That would be... I look forward to hearing it.
And he kind of smiles, and I think he kind of is it one of those cases where you can you can kind of still sling it over your shoulder? Is it portable?
I think it's a hard case.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a strap on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Silas just like talked to Mice and then was bullied into buying the most expensive one.
That's totally fun.
Yeah.
I think
so it's probably like a hard case, like one of those like traveling aluminum metal stage cases.
Awesome. I know what my new iconic item is now. But he takes it and kind of flings it over his shoulder, and he's just like,
"I'll check it out more, but maybe if we have some downtime at the bunker."
And then he kind of, as he goes to reach over to Silas, he puts an arm around his shoulders and kind of kisses him, and he's like,
"Come on, let's go. Darcy's probably already there already."
Oh my God, Darcy, she's probably been there for hours.
She's just like,
"Oh, that's such concern."
"We never leave Darcy alone longer than she should."
My dad's loved me.
And I think we will go. What's up?
I just have one question. Ashley will have pulled out the postcard from her pocket and figured out how many edits had been made that were real.
All of them.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
The moment that wasn't real was when you started seeing Chloe look strange and consume the creature. Everything up until that moment.
Okay, cool.
Oh, even her getting the leech off the corpse was
yes, that is
shit,
very
okay.
real. Very much real. Yeah.
That sounds like a new pet.
Okay.
It becomes a baby raptor! No, it doesn't. I have something way cooler.
That's perfect.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to swing over to the bunker. Darcy, what are you doing? What have you been up to? Dear
So-
sweet little Darcy.
Dear sweet little Darcy's been hanging out in the bunker, and like as she tends to do, which is like she's lying on the floor, her feet kicked up in the air, and she's normally got like papers all over the floor, crayons, drawing. She's just been drawing for the last little bit, but she's been trying to draw Sarah because Sarah's been very interesting to her, and she keeps asking Sal questions probably, but Sal has no answers.
No answers, has no idea what Sarah is. All you know that Sal knows is that no bad things.
Yeah. And so she's probably also tried to interrogate Sal of like, okay, but what's really a bad thing? Like, and so just try to like go into these conversations. And that's how she's like, if she's not in school or like out with everybody else, she spends her time at the bunker coloring and drawing pictures and trying to get really good at legs.
Absolutely.
Pretty much what she's been up to.
I love it. I love it so much. Excuse me. Ashley and Chloe. Are you
together?
at the bunker yet? No, just are you at the
Okay.
bunker? Or will come to the bunker?
I think when Chloe was done crying in the mud, that she would have gotten up and made sure that the weird slug thing was still in her pocket and wiped mud off her face as best as she could and headed straight for the bunker.
Okay. So we're gonna start the scene then. This is fresh, Ashley.
Okay.
This is very fresh. Where it's been like a couple days for everybody else now. Can
I amend one thing?
Mhm.
We remembered to grab Sarah before we left.
I was actually going to have Sarah just fought like it doesn't matter if you tell her to stay put. She just always seems to be wherever you guys go.
That's probably for the best.
Can we have one child that actually listens to us, please?
I'm working on it, okay?
God.
I'm the good dad, okay?
The answer technically will be yes.
Okay. I think the only thing that Ritter probably does is tells Sarah to go back in, put on warm clothes so she doesn't stand out, and then come back out, and then they can go.
And she does, and she's wearing like a weird assortment of whatever could be found, and everything is just, she's so thin, everything is just so baggy on her.
That's fine. So we're all at the bunker.
All right. So this is Sarah's first time in the bunker. And she's just looking around. Do you live here as well?
I mean, kind of. Like,
Oh,
some days, it's kind of like I do. Sal mostly lives here unless I take him out. Because apparently he's not supposed to go out, but... And she just, like, smiles and leaves it at that.
Ritter tries to ignore that.
it's just like one day I'm just gonna have a solo episode where it's just me on here, like narrating what Sal does.
Sal's
when
day out.
Sal's day out. Yeah, that's a Patreon exclusive right there.
I love it.
Sarah actually looks at your, like, kind of like tilts her head awkwardly to stare at what you're drawing, and will slowly, weirdly, kneel down next to you and just go, "Oh, you are very talented. This is
Thank you.
beautiful."
Oh, thank you. I'm getting better all the time, and I don't know, everybody thinks that I do a really good job, which is really nice, and I appreciate it. Even though everything looks like ghosts, but they have legs now, so I've learned that, and that part's been great. But yeah. Oh, this one, and she pulls, like, there's some papers that are kind of just a little out of reach of her arm, and she like stretches to get over to it and like grabs it. She's like, look, I did this one of you. And it's a very skinny ghost with legs.
She carefully holds it and stares at it deeply. And without saying anything, you see a tear running down her cheek.
Are you okay, Sarah?
This is beautiful.
Well,
Humans are capable of creating so many things. We have not seen something like this before.
yeah, it's an original.
It is original. And she hands it back to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't really see many people draw like I do, but that's what makes me different. So it's good.
Different is what makes you special.
Yeah. My Nana says that too.
She has no concept of what a nana is, but
Yeah,
she's
I
just
know.
smiling sweetly at you.
She's like,
So-
a banana? What?
Yeah. So, Sarah, where do you stay then? I mean, before you were with Ritter and Silas.
We were in that dark space for many years.
Okay, like, but before that.
We
Ritter kind of does to remind her.
Sarah, she corrects you, Ritter,
Oh, okay.
is from a small town nearby. And she has to kind of like she's engaged in conversation with you, but it almost looks like she has to find the information and pull it out because it's not her memories to go off of.
Yeah. Like searching through a catalog of everything.
Yeah. And just try to like find the right answer.
Mhm.
She was very ill when the Delacor found her and graciously accepted to be a host.
So, you saved her life?
We would not consider it saved. Perhaps prolonged.
So are you saying if you were to leave Sarah, Sarah would get sick again?
Sarah's body is beyond repair should the Delacor leave.
Do you, as a Deracor, have a name? Like the body's Sarah, but there's a you.
The Delacor do not adhere to naming conventions as you do.
Why?
It is not part of our culture.
Oh. How do you
We
tell each other
are-
apart?
It is difficult. We truly do not. We are all one, and one is all of us. It is our hosts that determine our identities.
So your
And
hosts
that is
make you
why we
special.
are Sarah.
Mm. So your hosts
If
make you
that-
special then.
I suppose, or we suppose so, yes.
I'll learn how to draw a ghost.
Yes, do that.
We would love to. And so
Darcy's
they'll go
just-
ahead and start drawing. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Darcy,
what does everybody
you're,
else
on, you're on babysitting duty. Silas and I need to go check out something in the one corridor place that we haven't been down yet.
Darcy's on babysitter. Dude.
She's on babysitting
Yeah,
duty.
well.
You're an aunt now.
So I think real quick, head down to the lab, the area that I saw in my dream. Is there still that bookshelf against the wall that I saw before?
There is still the bookshelf, but there is also a Chloe. I'm
Oh, fuck.
transplanting you in the lab.
Okay.
Oh,
how
whoa,
long is-
there's someone new.
How
Who is
long has
that?
it been? Wait, is it the same day?
It's
Or is
the
it
same
later?
day.
Okay.
But like a little later in the day, but same day.
So you
Oh,
see
Chloe.
Chloe, and she's dirty, and her hair is muddy, and she's just got like random pencils and shit in her muddy hair, kind of holding it up.
Oh,
And she's
you know
just
her?
staring at like jars. Hey, Silas.
Chloe, I didn't
Uh,
know you were. Hi, it's been such a long time.
Yeah, I've been real busy with school. How are you doing?
Fine. Oh, this is Ritter, by the way. Ritter, this is Chloe.
Hey, Ritter.
Hey, Chloe.
I-
And he kind of like slowly grabs his bandana and kind of tugs it off, and then walks over and then hands it. It's like, got some mud and stuff. You might want to.
Yeah. No, I cleaned it up as best I could, but
Oh,
I'll
here, you
fix
can
it
use
when
that. I got like 50 of them.
Thanks. She uses it to kind of clean herself up and cover her muddy hair. She still looks like a sort of drowned rat mess. Just got kind of like she wears all that eyeliner, like the full goth eyeliner, so it's all kind of like down to here, and you can see where she's like licked her thumbs and tried to take it off, but it's just made kind of this big smear underneath.
That's probably why he handed you the bandana. Just
Yeah.
'cause he's just trying
does-
to be nice.
Kind of the best she can, but she looks like she just doesn't care. So.
Can I roll an empathize to see if there's something wrong with Chloe here at all?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. 1 success.
Okay. Chloe, I'll let this be up to you. Are you distraught in some way, or
Yeah,
can you definitely?
She's real upset. You can tell that she's like when you look at her, she looks like she's real calm, but the way that she's kind of holding your kerchief, her hands are like vibrating, and you realize that the vibrating is coming from her arms, that she's just like tense and obviously sad.
Okay. I think like, he sees that, and he doesn't know Chloe very well yet, so he's not gonna like, reach for you or whatever. But he's like, okay, so what you got here? Hey, and he grabs grabs a box and just drag over. Maybe you should sit down.
Yeah, I'm working on a thing. Silas is. What does he know?
Everything. They. Ritter and Darcy, who I don't know if you met out front, they are both.
Yeah, I know Darcy from school.
Oh.
Oh.
Everybody knows everybody from school. Okay. No. He goes, they are, you would not believe what we have seen in these last few weeks. They are on board.
Okay.
Definitely on board.
So. Okay. okay. And she like sits down on the box, and she gets a little bit teary-eyed. Okay. And she's like, so I was talking to Ashley, and we went for a big walk, and we went. We passed by this like a police thing, and I went, and there was a body, and I saw some goo on the sheet over the body, and so I uncovered the body, and there wasn't a face anymore, but there was like where the face would have been, there was this thing crawling out of it, and so I grabbed it, and it's over there. And I'm trying to figure out how we don't let it die. But then when we were walking back, and the police saw us, and so we ran and we went to the woods, and then Ashley tripped and she hit her head, and then when Ashley woke up, she picked me up and she threw me on the ground, and she said that I tried to kill Ritter, and I don't understand what's going on, and I don't know if Ashley just hit her head or if it's the thing and it's a bad thing and it made her do it, and I can't think straight and I can't figure it out. And she just starts to sob.
I think they both look at each other. Like both the boys look at each other. Time to dad again.
Yeah.
Do you think that sounded like she had a dream, dude?
I don't know. I haven't seen Ashley today or in the last few days. I don't know what happened.
Okay, so Chloe?
Ritter kind of like he like looks towards the beaker that the thing is in, and then kind of moves away and kind of just tries to like squat down in front of her.
So there's been some things that have been happening with us where we black out and we see things that haven't happened yet. And it's freaked all of us out. It's been bad stuff, man. Like super bad. I'm sure whatever happened with Ashley was probably that. I don't think Ashley would have meant to ever hurt you. She's one of the coolest chicks I ever knew. I know.
I know.
And I'm here. I'm not dead. At least I hope I'm not dead.
No, you're not dead, I don't think. Unless I'm dead.
Let's not go there. I guess she was just real mad. You don't
That sounds
feel
about right.
And
She's been kind of mad lately.
well, she's got a lot going on.
Yeah, with all the stuff with Daquan, yeah, for sure. We want to help her out with that.
I think she's just got to go through it, but so you don't think that it's the thing being near her? This is something that just happens that's separate from the thing.
No. You haven't seen a big, hairless, meaty cat thing, have you? With like a kinked tail?
Her eyes get
Hear
huge.
Darcy out of the other room. It's Mr. Blake!
I know, but she
No.
doesn't know that yet, dude.
It sounds amazing. Does it
bring
live
one of
here?
your- No, we don't know where it lives. Darcy, bring one of your drawings of that.
Okay!
Darcy, bring Sarah and Sal. Just get everyone in here, please.
Okay! There's a lot of scuffling. And you hear her argue with Sal. Because Sal's apparently grumpy today. And so you then hear her put Sal in the backpack, put the backpack on, grab some papers.
down.
No! We're going to the other room, Sal. It's gonna be fine. We're not leaving the bunker. And so she comes in. She's got a bunch of papers in one hand, holding Sarah's hand, and this rainbow backpack with Sal on her back.
Our daughter's grown so much.
So if
Yes,
they all
Ashley.
if they all just went into the lab, then I think probably at that moment, Ashley is going to come stumbling down into the bunker. Ashley has just dry, crusty blood just matting her hair and 2 band-aids just like slapped on. Bullet point, Meredith wasn't home, so she slapped some band-aids on and went down to the bunker.
Fair enough.
And no one's there.
You might be able to heal. You might be able to hear Sal protesting.
Okay.
Arguing.
You're not my mom.
Okay, I'll come in a second then.
Okay.
After Darcy went in.
So I pull out the weird photo of sort of ghost-like looking cat with a very weird kinked tail and kind of some muscles to it, and it's very strange looking. But he's big-ish.
Does it have legs?
No. She's about to hand over the photo, and she's like, oh. Lets Sarah's hand go, grabs her pencil, and just kind of like scribbles legs onto, but only like 2 legs. Because she's under this idea that things only have 2 legs.
Oh, God.
Well, it has 4 legs, and it has like these really weird, like wicked claws too. But the thing is that this thing showed up in our dreams.
Well, we've seen it too.
Has Sal seen it?
Yeah, it was by the library, but when we... Oh, hey, Ash!
Ashley!
Alright, she'll come kind of like clumsily make her way into the lab. Kind of like gripping the wall a little bit.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, definitely take the hurt condition.
Yeah, I already checked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ashley?
Injured.
Are you okay?
Kind of like...
Chloe kind of gets up and scoots as far away as she can.
Ashley doesn't see that. Ashley's gonna hone in on the fact that Ritter is alive and run over and hug him.
Oh, I think he drops the bass guitar because he was in the process of taking it off to go over there, and he just kind of like,
He's like, whoa, hey, it's okay.
and I think like he's just kind of processing what Chloe has said and how Ashley's reacting, and he just kind of just hugs her really tight, and he kind of like whispers, and he's like,
It's okay. I'm okay. You're okay. We're all okay.
Alright, she's gonna sit down.
Okay.
I think I might have killed the cat, but I don't know.
You killed Mr. Blink?
What?
Darcy, hi.
Hi. How's it going?
You don't look like you've had a very good day.
I want to try to take. I want to try to take this time because we're in the bunker. I want to try to take this time to try to deal with the wound. Because that's what we can do that when we're in the bunker if we spend time being nice to each other. So I'm gonna try to
There's tons of medical supplies. You know where the actual medical supplies are. That's back in like that big chamber where like all the food and other stocked items were. So you could just sneak out real quick, go grab some stuff, and come back in.
Come back, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll go grab it while you stay and tend to
sit
her.
there and let it happen and be silent.
So explain about how you almost killed Mr. Blink, or you did kill Mr. Blink.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I think I tried.
Was it mad?
No. Ashley's like having a hard time recalling details.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well...
I don't think he'd be mad. Also, I think, he could probably just blink at anything, can't he? So...
He can blink to open a window.
Yeah.
I also
He's
think I might have
interesting.
tried to beat up Chloe.
That definitely happened.
Looks over at Chloe.
Chloe has turned around by now and has gone back over to where she was writing notes and just has her back to the room and is just writing more notes.
Ashley just flinches. Doesn't say anything.
So, just out of character, would Ritter have been told about the other like kids and whatnot? So that way he at least was like, oh, that's the one that likes anatomy and dead things. Oh, hey, that's the hick kid with the dog, stuff like that.
We told you
I
everything.
think so.
I feel like there was probably a moment where I pointed you to all the names on the board and I said, this is what this person looks like. If you see them, they know. This person looks like this. If you see them, they know.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
I think Ritter, as he kind of graciously takes the medical supplies from Silas and is trying to clean away the blood now off Ashley's brow, he looks over back to Chloe and he's like, so, Chloe, that thing that you have in the beaker, maybe you want to talk to Sarah about that? Sarah is very intimately aware about
Sarah's really smart.
She's super smart. Way smarter than all of us combined. Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah, you want to go
And that is
Chloe?
somebody you don't know. Yeah, there's this tall 15, 16-year-old girl who is thin as bones, super pale, almost translucent skin, eyes kind of faded over, and just kind of unusually long blonde hair. And she just kind of looks at you and then looks to the beaker.
Do you know what that is?
It is we. It is Derricor.
Oh yes, we forgot to mention she's actually an alien leech living inside of a person. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be brought up immediately, but I think that's where we're at right now.
It's better to rip the Band-Aid off, dude.
As he's putting on a Band-Aid on.
He rips a Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Chloe immediately grabs her arm and kind of looks at her wrist and do you feel this? She kind of massages her hands.
Do we feel this?
Yeah. Do you feel this?
No.
No.
Really?
Oh wait, are you touching Sarah?
Sarah touching her hand.
Oh, okay. I thought you were touching yourself,
No, touching her hand.
Her. Gotcha. Cool. Yes, we feel.
That's well, that makes things make a little bit more sense. How many are you are there?
We do not know how many are left, but we were few. Very few.
So I don't mean to ask a real personal question, but when the part of you that is done with the part of you that's this, do you usually eat the face and come out and then go somewhere else, or is that just a once in a while thing? Because this came out of a dead guy with no face.
Should our host perish, be it natural or unnatural cause, we will attempt to preserve ourselves and leave the host by any means possible.
Can you live long outside of a body?
Outside of a host? No.
Yeah.
How do I keep this one alive without sticking it in a host?
It would need to refresh in the chamber.
The who?
The what?
What? Where?
The chamber. We have not seen one in many years. There is very little technology here that could produce the nutrients that we require to sustain ourselves in our natural state. I fear this Deracor will not last long.
Does it need to be a
unless it
human?
has a host.
Or does it just
No.
need to be like warm-blooded?
Preferably human, but we have sustained in smaller hosts. Not long. Wolves, birds, fish.
Ashley
You're
has-
safe.
That is
Sal.
very temporary.
Ashley has tensed up and is like silent crying, staring at Sarah.
I think Ritter he sees that, and now that he's done with the blood, he's just like, okay, and he's starting to like rub her back to try to keep her calm.
Sarah, I've been having like a lot of like thoughts and stuff like that. You know, with all of us watching a lot of Alf and things being normal. How did you all get here? Like, if you're from another place, how did you guys get here?
Why here?
Not by our choice. This was the closest galaxy that would hold life, that could sustain us. Our ships took very heavy damage. We needed to find a place of refuge.
Ashley's gonna stand up. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was actually gonna say, can I roll an empathize to see the impending Ashley flip out?
Go for it.
If you fail, I will do it in your stead.
Darcy's just gonna hang out here
All right,
and still be holding
I'm,
Sarah's hand.
I have one success. I see the meltdown.
No, you don't see a meltdown.
What do I sense from you with my empathize?
A little bit of panic, but not anger.
Okay. I feel like he tries to rub faster, but then you stand up at that point.
Ash,
Sarah.
you okay?
Sarah,
Yes.
can you go into the bigger room for a few minutes?
We can, yes. And she
Thank you.
slowly turns to leave the room.
Am I supposed to go babysit her still?
Nope.
No, I'll go.
Nope.
No,
Ash-
I'm gonna keep an eye on her.
Okay.
Look,
And then
Mr.
Ashley's
Blink
gonna-
told me I had to keep an eye on her to make sure nothing bad happened to her, and I'm gonna do that.
Ritter, she'll be fine for a moment.
Or we could make Sal babysit.
No.
It's
Is
the whole
so
group
much
just says.
Better.
Is Sarah out of earshot at
Yes.
this point?
Oh yeah. Sarah's
Okay.
doing as she was requested.
Then Ashley is going to spin around to face them, know what that does to concussions, and she's going to slump back into the chair. I think that thing is going to try to get into one of us, and when it does, it's going to try to kill us. I saw the cat. The aliens are not good. Sarah is not our friend. We should kill that thing before it tries to get in one of us.
Ashley, what did you see?
Yeah.
I saw it get into Chloe, and Chloe tried to murder me.
Oh.
How did it get into me?
Well, you ate it, and that was creepy.
Chloe's not gonna.
How about if I just don't eat any slugs and we go from there?
I think that's generally a good life plan.
Yeah.
But don't let her convince you that it's a good idea to let it have a host so that it doesn't die.
But Sarah's not gonna do that.
You said the cat shows us the future. And the future is Chloe tries to kill us.
You know what? Ashley? Fine. You think the future's I try to kill you? Fine. I'm out.
Not you.
And she picks up the slug and she just walks out of the room. And she just
Hold on,
flips you off
Chloe.
behind her as she walks out.
Not you, the worm.
Can I roll a force or a move or something to try to grab Chloe before she goes?
Move? Yeah, to see if you move fast enough. Whatever one's higher for you.
Of course not. Of course not.
She just kind of shakes you off.
I think as Chloe storms out, Ritter just kind of shakes his head and he's like,
Ash, I don't know what Mr. Blink is trying to get us to understand, but I don't think Mr. Blink is trying to hurt us. I think they're trying to get us to understand that we need to be the ones that fixes all of this, one way or another.
and he goes to follow after Chloe.
I didn't mean her, I meant the worm.
Ashley,
I
I know.
understand.
We all know at this point what these dreams show you, what they do to you. And
Yeah.
I know that you're trying to help, but I don't know. Chloe can take care of herself, I suppose, but
the
we have to try to.
She's gonna...
You don't know if the dreams are as literal as they present. I mean, in my dream, you guys were all really mean to me and told me to stay home. And you're not about to go do that, so maybe Chloe's not about to go eat that eel. I'm gonna hope so.
And we
she
saw.
doesn't seem stupid.
I think she's smart
Ritter
enough
saw
not to eat
someone-
the eel, but I think the eel might convince her.
Ashley, Ritter saw someone in his dream that we found out doesn't even exist. Well, we don't know, but the dreams are not perfect. They don't.
Yeah. They're not telling the future. If they are, then I want a new dream. But yeah, that's just it. They're not, it's not the future, but I think it's a warning in its own way. It's a warning
Yeah, that
to
the
help us.
aliens are evil.
Well, yeah. Well, we just gotta make sure that they die, I guess. I guess they can't have it as a pet. But
Okay.
I think we shouldn't hurt each
Someone does
other.
not me go after Chloe.
I think Ritter's going.
Ritter will get her. It's
He's-
fine, but
He's good. Ritter's good at this. So I think he'll be fine. We'll make sure we'll keep an eye on Sarah, and maybe we need to keep a watchful eye on Sarah, and that's what that's all about. We have to watch out for each other, and we have to trust each other and not hold each other accountable for what dream each other's did.
Okay.
and if you don't trust us, then you can trust Sal, because he hasn't said that she is a bad thing, and he would know.
Sal's really good at that. Right, Sal? And I turn around because he's in the backpack.
I find bad things.
Yes, Sal, yes you do, and you're very good at it.
Thank you.
And then I turn back around and face everybody. At least face you guys.
Cute.
All right.
So it's gonna be okay. Let's let Ritter fix this with Chloe.
Okay.
Hard cuts.
I
Yep.
figure we can like pan over.
Star wipe.
Right.
Chloe, Chloe, hold on a second, dude.
He's trying
No
to like.
thanks.
He's using his long legs to try to. He's tall. He's 5'8", so he's gonna try to catch up as best as he can.
You don't want that thing.
Oh, what's up?
When Chloe walks by Sarah,
Uh-oh.
you feel a hand on your arm. It's gentle. Cold, but gentle. You are stopped in your tracks.
I think
And
Ritter
she just stands there.
Oh, cool, she listens to me. I think Ritter calls out, and he's like,
You don't want that thing to die, right?
No, I'm gonna go get a fish. Well, take it to the rabbit at the science school, or I don't know. I'm gonna put it in a thing.
Okay, but don't you want to know more about this chamber? Wouldn't that make more sense?
What chamber? She stops
Chamber
and
that-
turns around. Oh, the chamber. It's not here.
Well, we don't know
Didn't
where
Sarah
it is.
say it's... She walks back over to Sarah. You said it's not here, right? It's on your whatever, with your whatevers.
We are unfamiliar with this facility. We cannot answer properly.
Look, Chloe,
Wait,
there's one place that
Sa-
we haven't checked
Sarah.
yet.
are you saying that it could be here?
There are Derricor and Avani who have amassed enough energy from the Rixinergy Corporation, from what I have heard, from what we have heard. We do not know, though.
Chloe.
Rewind,
so-
Captain Symbiote. What's an Avani?
The Avani are Derricor, who prefer to infiltrate your societies.
Yeah,
And-
supposedly we all have their DNA in us.
Close. It is. How do you put it? You could hack the mainframe. Probably from like a quote from some hackers movie, that
Literally
Ritter
from
made
Hackers.
her watch. Yeah, whatever. Although that's later. That's a much later.
Oh
movie.
yeah, oh, that's
Um,
right. That's a '90s movie.
Yeah, super 90s movie.
Yeah.
But your DNA is programmable, and the Avani feel they can program it to become better hosts. The Derricor do not wish for this, but the Avani do.
So just hypothetically, if a Navani tried to reprogram a thing, a person, and it didn't work out very well, could that person die?
Yes. We see no reason why that could not be an outcome.
Where's Sal?
Sal's back in the other room. Look, like I was saying,
Jesus,
there might be another part of the lab that we don't know about yet. Silas saw something in a dream and he was going to go check it out before all this happened. So if we could just take a step back, think, reflect, and maybe we can move forward with a more clear head.
Of
I want to
course,
roll
Mr.
charm on you.
Boy, I will keep my emotions more in check.
I want to roll charm on you to cool your tool.
I you know what though? I feel like Chloe would be good at opposing that though.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Like an opposing type role.
What do I oppose with? Do I also oppose with charm?
Probably.
Never mind, I failed anyway.
Yeah.
I
There
failed
you go.
anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was gonna be a tough one. Chloe is pretty badass.
Yeah, she just kind of shrugs you off and she's like, just walks back into the, like, down the hallway, knowing what she has to do. Walks into the room, looks at Ashley as Ashley probably takes a breath and says, "Don't talk to me."
I think as you guys are walking in, I think we're still talking to Ashley, and I just go,
And besides, if what was in our dreams is true,
walks over to the wall and says,
if I put my hand here, the wall will open.
and I put my hand where the button was.
And we're gonna stop there for tonight.
Motherfucker!
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Perfect.
that.
So we're playing tomorrow, right?
I know. I freaking wish. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
The emotions that y'all put me through in this show is, I love you
Yo.
all so dang much.
Yeah, get lost.
Yeah, sure, we do this to you.
Yeah.
I want to just take a moment and give a little shout out to Janaya. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You
were
were
so welcome. That was
amazing
so
as
much fun.
Chloe. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. We'll do a quick little roundabout again. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, what projects you are currently part of before we say a good night. Britt, we'll start up with you and go around the opposite way.
I'm Britt. I'm at Atomic Firebird. If you go to my Twitter, you can see all that stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. 'Cause I'm really tired.
Michael.
Hi guys, I'm Michael at DD Dives Cast on Twitter. I'm the creator and dungeon master of the Dungeons, Dragons, and Dives podcast, which is a 5th edition podcast. That's exactly what it sounds like. And I think I'm gonna stop there because I'm about over it.
Janaya, let people know who you are, what you're part of, what you're doing, where they can find you.
Hello, my name is Janaya, and you can find me at Janaya, DJINNAYA, pretty much everywhere on the internets. I make art and play good games with nice people. So I do art streams usually on Mondays and Thursdays. You can find out more on my Twitter, but not this week because I'm working on my submission for WizJam. And let's see, tomorrow at noon I'm playing some for the Queen, and next Sunday I'm Other Doc's channel playing Life on Mars. I play kind of everywhere. The best thing to do is follow me on Twitter and find out what weird channel I've convinced to let me play.
Janaya. Oh, Jules.
Great game, great ending. Can't wait for more. You can find me over at Triangle Art JW on Twitter and Instagram. I am an illustrator by trade. I'm currently also running a GoFundMe, so you can check that out over at my Twitter. You can get cool artwork and you can help me out with a future surgery. Check me out on Pro Restarter's channel tomorrow for Blue Rose, where my character may or may not get killed by an evil wizard. That's all I'm going to say. Not to say that he doesn't
sounds
deserve
on point
it.
for Pro's channel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds about
that happened to
right.
me yesterday.
Yeah.
Natalie.
Hi. That was good, guys. My name's Natalie, also known as Chaotic Rogue on most social media or some variant of Chaotic Rogue. It's me. I don't know. Some people got it before me on other platforms. Most of what I do, you can just follow me on Twitter, and that's where it all is. This coming Sunday on Goldheart Gaming, I've got Legacy of Eldrin, but due to the time zones, due to daylight savings, I don't know what the hell the time it's starting at. I think it's noon. Figure that out on Sunday. I am part of the Mage College. I help do D&D 5e content. And most importantly lately, because it came out yesterday and I'm still really hyped, I am a writer for the Uncaged Anthology, which launched yesterday, or at least Volume 1 did. And oh my god, it's been amazing. Anyways, my adventure is actually in like Volume 1 as well, and it features the Medusa, which is really cool because that's the cover art. And it's been making me really happy. And it's just a lot of really wonderful creators in the community who have come together on it. And yeah, anyways, check it out. I love it. It's me.
Thank you so much. And it is really incredible. You should totally check it out. By the way.
So good.
It's so great. My name is Nomadic, and I am all over the internet as such. You can just Google my name, and I will be there. But you can just hit me up on Twitter and see all the projects that I am part of. I will stave on talking about them now because it's kind of been a long evening. We had a really long episode last time, too. But I just want to take a moment to once again say thank you to Janaya for joining us tonight. We might have to talk if your schedule is available for next week.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Oh, you
I'm
know.
also not here next week, so I'm
Oh, no.
I'm really sad.
Oh, no. So that means we have to get Daquan in, right?
I'm gonna fucking log off right now.
Ashley gets upset, goes home. No, Ashley gets upset, goes home. 10 minutes goes by. Daquan goes down to the bunker.
Oh, that would totally happen too. I would make that happen. Thank you to everybody in chat for joining us tonight, and shout out to Navigator BR for making so many dangled clips. I am nervous to watch them all, but you are wonderful. We love you, and we will see you next week at 8 p.m. on Encounter Roleplay. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Take it easy. Bye.